Hi, welcome. It's Meredith. I'm here with our message for the 26th of December, 2019. We are back again for a second day with a new Palladini Tarot for our message today. Our card from the bottom of the deck, our potential theme in the day, we have the Queen of Swords holding the Ace of Swords. I love her. Another one with a reputation. And I challenge the reputation. So her reputation is kind of cold, calculating, and often seen as an apathetic individual. I don't see her this way at all. She is a brilliant strategist, and she's a no-nonsense kind of queen. The kings and queens, you know, they bring us their self-mastery. So one of her great abilities is wise decision making, and not just for herself. She takes everyone's interest into account when she is making decisions. So she has an expansive view of the world. So this is the invitation when she shows up to broaden your perspective. And as I mentioned, she's holding the Ace of Swords, so she's got brilliant clarity. She has everlasting strength. She gets to the heart of the matter. And that's what gives her the no-nonsense flair, because she goes right for the heart. She doesn't want to hear about the nonsense in the periphery, because none of that really factors into how she makes a decision. She gets to the heart because she knows what's going on in the heart. What we hold in our heart space is paying reward forward to our long-term happiness and fulfillment. So this is how she approaches decision making for herself and others. One of the messages I read about this queen was that she doesn't suffer a fool, and most especially any of her own nonsense or foolishness. If she notices it, she puts that sword right on it. So be brilliantly clear with yourself. And take a look at some of the nonsense that might be floating around in your monkey mind, in your vulture thoughts, and bring the Ace of Swords to it. Bring some brilliant clarity and skewer that stuff that's not serving you. Let's see what she connects to in the reading. Our first card is part of our ongoing theme here. We have the Four of Wands. This is considered the 1111 card. It's also considered the happiest card in the minor suits of tarot. So it brings with it the blessings and the bliss of the sun. So beautiful, strong foundation. It's a 4. We've had that message for weeks now. And the message connected to it is how we, in relationship with the divine, all that is, are in co-creation and manifestation for everything we're holding in our heart space being delivered to our foundation with plenty of surprise and delight added to it by the loving universe. And so here we have the Queen encouraging us to get very clear, brilliantly clear, to remain everlasting in our strength for what it is we're manifesting for, praying for, dreaming for, all of it. This is a don't lose faith message. We've had that in repetition. My sense of it, though, is that the tide is about to shift in some way. Our next card, how sweet is that? The continuation, yes, 10 of Cups, fulfillment. Again, one of the most joyful cards. That is the Ace of Cups to the 10th power in the reading. So this is the divine overflow of surprise and delight, excited anticipation, what we keep talking about. With the Queen present, my feeling is we are being encouraged to lean into our wisdom because something is about to shift or change. Let's see what comes with it. Yeah, we have the 9 of Wands. Not the first time we've seen this card. It's a card of endurance. It's a card of taking another pass at something, giving something another chance. And this card is also indicative of a long journey, how far we've come. For some of you, this could be 9 weeks, 9 months, or even 9 years of a journey. And you have the Four of Wands, you have the Ten of Cups, and if we pull just a tiny bit from that Queen in terms of a touch of apathetic energy or apathetic emotion, if you've long been in a journey of manifestation with something, this 9 could indicate that you are beginning to feel a sense of apathy in spite of seeing the 4 and the 10 here. We've also had that message woven into the ones in repetition for weeks now about how we are in the fulfillment of manifestation for things long in our heart space. So this card indicates that there are some who could really be feeling weary of holding faith for what it is they've been dreaming for all this time. So you're going to want to lean into the Queen's energy. You're going to want to get brilliantly clear with exactly what it is you're manifesting, what you're seeing that is in development, what you sense intuitively is incoming. And another message we've had is that our intuition is dialed way, way up high. In spite of that, we still don't see something coming. I do feel it's this 4 and this 10, but we may be feeling like the 9. We could be like this individual on the card looking at the 4 and the 10 and feeling as if they are slightly out of reach. That's where the no-nonsense flair of the Queen is important. We want to embrace her energy and drop that Ace of Swords on the nonsensical thinking that could pull us further from what it is we're dreaming for. That would be the ego voice going into survival and protection mode and saying, well, you know, protect yourself for disappointment, potential disappointment. Don't have expectations, you know, that kind of undermining thought process. You want to bring brilliant clarity to that, and you want to amplify your frequency if that's happening. There's plenty of positive, high vibe frequency to tap into when you see the 4 and the 10, in addition to all the previous readings that we've had on this topic. Next, we have 2 of Swords. Excellent. Okay, this is the change definitely being represented, definitely what I'm feeling here. So our 4 and our 10 are representing the message on repeat for us. This isn't going away. This is still with us. I do feel that the 9 shows some of our weariness in the process, potentially, and the 2 now shows us, the 2 of Swords shows us making decisions, making choices. So if you are in discussion with your own ego voice that's trying to undermine and or talk you out of believing in what's on the 4 and the 10, what's been coming in with the aces, then this is the time to take the posture of the 2 of Swords and go within the self. There's the beautiful artwork on that 2 of Swords suggests go within, quiet the environment by going within your own self and get back into your own heart of truth. This is what the Queen would do. She would cut out any of the static in the atmosphere that could potentially distract or create disharmony, and then disallow the opportunity for clear thinking. So take the posture on the 2, go within your own heart space. No mistake those swords being crossed over the heart center and the blindfold on. We want to look with our intuitive senses. We want to feel with our intuitive senses. And I love that we have the moon right over top of the individual on the 2. So it's another indication of how important our intuitive self is. And this is the voice that is consistent, strong, and steady. It stays with us. The voice that changes is the ego voice. It will switch tactics consistently to pull us out of, or to pull us into its illusion of self-protection. The intuitive voice stays on repeat like the 4 and the 10. What this says here is that we are so close. Now is not the time to give up. Now is not the time to start listening to and following our hearts at all. It is more the invitation to go deep within the self and hold on to your dream, your goal, your manifestation with love and allow it to blossom. My guides are saying, some of you are not going to like what I say next, which is, it's darkest before the dawn. That's their message. There is a light at the end of the tunnel, which came out of yesterday's message too. So they're going to give us these nice little sayings that people will usually say to us to placate us if we're in a tough spot. You know, it's the the pacifier reassurance. Although they're saying you can believe in that. Stick to that. All right, let's do angel answers now. Leave some comments about this. It would be very inspiring to hear about your process, how this is unfolding for you. It inspires me, it inspires others. So please do share if it's in your heart to do so. Also, if you're finding yourself in this Nine of Wands situation and you're feeling like you're hanging on by a thread and you may have doubt, you may have concern, your faith has, well, you're weary of holding faith, perhaps. Jump on over to the community tab here on the channel and add your thoughts and add your hearts to the love wave of manifestation we've got going on over there. Check it out. It's in the special announcement video attached at the end of this one, linked at the end of this video. All right, angel answers. Ask a question, fresh reading in the reading, confirmation perhaps. We have a repeat card. I believe this was yesterday's. You're ready. Yeah, and the message yesterday was not only ready, feeling overdue. I feel when I look at this, it is encouragement collectively from our guides and angels to continue holding faith for your Four of Wands, your Ten of Cups. And remember to think of that Ten of Cups as the Ace of Cups to the 10th power. That's a whole lot of divine overflow coming into your foundation. That's worth holding faith for. Okay, next card. We have the sweet, simple no. There's a no for the yes, no's out there with your questions. However, the feeling on the no is, it connects to the Nine of Wands for me. Is this a time to stop? No. It isn't. Don't stop. Don't quit. Keep going. Next card. Here it is. This is why you don't stop, because big, happy changes are unfolding. I love this card. I love how frequently it comes out of the deck. It's the happy that makes the big change. I tell you every time. So stay connected in your heart space to your happiness. Happiness is a choice. You pick. Are you going to listen to the ego voice that switches tactics consistently, or are you going to listen to the voice that is steady and consistent over long periods of time? Okay. Our affirmation for the day from the universe has our back. Obstacles are detours in the right direction. Yeah. You know it. Check your hindsight. You'll see this message every single time. All right, everybody. Happy Thursday. I hope you had a beautiful holiday celebration if you were celebrating. Mine was lovely. So full of cheer. So much love. And yeah, I'm overflowing with it today, just like that 10 of Cups. Have a beautiful Thursday. I'll be back tomorrow with our next message. Bye for now, everyone. Peace, love, joy, happiness. Namaste.